Now, the run-up to Christmas just wouldn't be the same without Strictly Come Dancing. So what better time to catch up with one of the legends of the show, the judge, Craig Revel Horwood. Now, recently he had to miss an episode, the first time in 17 years, and that's because he tested positive for COVID. I chatted to him earlier and started by asking him how he's feeling now.
I started panto rehearsals this week, and I had a dance day yesterday, which left me really quite exhausted. So obviously, I'm still getting over it, but I think I can't think of any other better way of doing it, than being forced into a room with a lot of 18-year-old dancers and having to dance next to them. So it does make you go, oh, okay, I better dance, darling, and then you don't have a choice, do you? So I felt like I was sweating it out, which was great, but feel a whole lot better. Thank you very much for asking.
Well, you, me and Andy Murray have the same hip, so how's your hip?
Well, that has been a delight. It's probably the best thing that I ever did, and it actually made my snoring non-existent, which was amazing too. So not only did I get a new hip, I stopped snoring when I was in bed. And that's mainly because, as you know, you've got to sleep on your side with a pillow or some sort of support in between your knees to keep your hips parallel.
You've missed your first Strictly, haven't you, in 17 years?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And even when I had my hip done, I went in a wheelchair. I'm one of those people that has to turn up for work, and Dr. Footlights and all of that stuff. I've never missed a day in the theatre either. And for me, it was devastating because I don't like being off. And then to have to sit and watch it at home because of government, rules and regulations was a bit disheartening. But actually, I'm sort of glad I did. I really enjoyed the show, and I found a completely new appreciation for it. I've got to be honest, because I'm always a judge. I'm always there working. So it's a completely different scenario when you're sat at home as a punter and watching it as other people do. I felt like I was completely falling in love with it all over again.
You didn't feel jealous that you weren't there, which is the ultimate test of competitive nature, isn't it? If the team's doing well without you, you actually feel, having been through this myself, having been dropped, the ultimate test of your competitive nature is whether you want the enterprise you've left to still be successful.
Yeah, I think it will always be successful. There's something about that show that sort of goes beyond just one person or any one link in it. I think it's a fantastic show, and it's been proved over the years. Where it's gone to 60 countries worldwide and broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the most produced show in the world, which is amazing. And there's got to be something in that, and I think that's human nature. We like to dance. People like to celebrate through dance. The cavemen were dancing around fires, darling, for rain and fertility, many, many thousands of years ago. So it is in our blood, and I think that's why it's captured the hearts and minds of the nation.
You're a busy guy, so I appreciate you spending time with me. Here I am in sunny Glasgow. Do you come up here much? Are you been in Scotland much? Do you get around this country?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. I used to have some family up there. My cousin used to live up there, and then we were running a kilt company together called Horwood and Shaw, which I absolutely loved. But then, of course, he moved back to Australia after 7 years, so we had to dissolve that company.
You ran a kilt company? You ran a kilt company? No, this is...
My own tartan, darling. Yeah, it was fabulous. I can't do a Scottish accent, but I started my illustrious career in Cats there as well, up in Edinburgh, and of course the Strictly Come Dancing live tour goes there every year into Glasgow. So yeah, I do frequent Scotland and love it. Love the people. They're so friendly.
Craig Revel Horwood.